All right. Well, hey, welcome to Women, Wives, and Moms podcast. We have our first guest, Nita Cherise. Hey, Nita. How you doing?
Hello.
So, who
Wonderful.
are you? Who are you?
That's a loaded question, Ashley. We only have what, 30, 45 minutes? I
Who
can
are
forward my
we?
copay to you now instead of the parents. Because I don't know. I don't know.
Do we any of us know? Okay, so let's do this.
Who do I pretend to be? I can give you that.
I don't know how to pretend. I think that's why I get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, I have a doctorate in it. I can, anytime you need to pretend, just come to me. Just come to me. So I'm Nita Cherise. I'm about to put on my Nita
Do
Cherise.
it.
I'm
Come
a
on.
wife. I'm a mother. Future psychiatric hospital patient,
No, you're not.
it's coming. We all know. It's almost, I'm just accepting it.
Oh
Use me,
God.
Lord. I am
Use up.
I'm a comedian. I do stand-up, sketch, improv, I write. I just finished a pilot and I am now working on refining it and getting it together. Yes. And just trying to figure out the next step. But stand-up hasn't been so much lately because Omarion and all of that. And honestly,
Oh.
just being tired and a little bit lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's something that I kind of feel like I kind of have to do. But what I really enjoy right now, what my bag is right now, is just writing. And we are getting ready to relaunch Rap in Atlanta because Atlanta season 3 is starting in March. And so we've been getting ready for that. So kind of have like things going on. And then my other side is I'm an educator, a reluctant educator.
Oh, aren't we all? Aren't we all? So before we get too deep into anything, and before I forget, because I have the attention span of a neonatal ant,
Wow.
you um, so you do all these creative things, right? You're. I mean, being a mom, you need to take a certain amount of creativity anyway, because you creatively figure out how to keep these people alive who are actively trying to off themselves for whatever reason.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, they're in
You are not
direct
the only
opposition.
one.
Oh my God. I was gonna go get Zoe evaluated. And I was like, why do you just keep doing things? Why are you diving off the stool? And you just got finished crying when you dove off it the first time. I told her, you need to stop campaigning to be the cutest kid at the hospital because I'm not coming. We ain't going to the hospital. I'm scared.
I tell I am so blunt. I'll be like, okay, let me tell you something. You bust your face wide open, it's gonna stay that way. When I take you to the hospital, I done told you 50 million 11 times that, and we have ceramic towel throughout the house.
Right. Yes. Yeah, you do. And they just don't care. And it's almost like, the only thing that's going to stop it is something to happen. You don't want anything to happen, but not because you love them, but because you have things to do. You don't have time to spend 12 hours at like Children's Hospital in the middle of a Pantene Pro V when they ain't going to be able to get to you. We don't have time for that because it's a long wait when nothing is going on. Right now, people are dying from regular stuff because the doctors are tied up. Like, but she don't understand that. She don't understand it.
Well, she's getting older, so she'll finally, I know it's hard, I know, but you are a mother, which takes a great deal of creativity and a whole bunch of sanity, which we don't have. We don't have that. You do stand up, you do improv, you do sketch, you write. And I know these last couple of years have been difficult, but I mean, when I say we, I mean us, because we were way more active before the pandemic, and we were in more things. And y'all even got me to do improv, and y'all know I don't like
it. I couldn't tell. I didn't know you didn't like it. You were great. I could not tell.
You know what? You weren't in a lot of those conversations between me and Rochelle, and I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like I feel like when it's different with stand up for me. If you mess up in stand up, that's just you messed up. You mess up an improv, I give everything had like a flow, and you messed it up. You messed it up for everybody else.
So it's a team thing for you. Like no, I
Mm-hmm.
understand that. I'm like that too. But just like with other things, like I ran track because it was like, except for the relay, it's all me. Like I don't have to worry about, we had 2 seconds left on the clock and your stupid ass missed the whatever. Like that was an easy shot. Somebody who deals with anxiety, it's like I had already pictured losing all the doggone championships. But with track, it was just me. If I lost, it was on me. I could just be mad at me, except for relay. And with relay, it's like, well, just get out there like real fast. And then, can't nobody tell you nothing. It's just like a protective thing. But I couldn't tell. And so did Rochelle force you? Because she be doing that.
She does the gentle force. Like, I don't know how you do that. I mean, for somebody that has children, I have not mastered that Jedi mind trick. But the way she does it is just like, well, if you don't like it, I mean, at least try it. Like, you know how you tell your kids, like, you gotta take at least 3 bites.
Right. Yes. Well, she don't do gentle with me. So first of all, I'm offended by that because I didn't even know that existed. Okay, Rochelle ain't never gently told me anything. So she doing that shit where it's like, well, you can't treat your kids the same way. Well, I'm salty because don't nothing be gentle. Rochelle be acting like I promised her. Like, I never told you I was doing this. We waiting. I sent you the Zoom link. Like, I'm not even on this. Yeah, well,
y'all called in that group thing last night. What did you get? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. It was something on Messenger. And once I get past a certain mental space, I can't function. I'm not going to contribute anything to anything. So I just didn't answer. I can edit this out later.
I don't think I was on that because I didn't have a missed, but I have kind of muted a lot of things. There's a lot of, like between like our little different no lies, this and that. Then there's family configurations, then other stuff and stuff that I don't even remember being a part of. And it just, somebody always like sits on their phone or something and be dialing. So I've learned to mute because I had that thing like I have to answer all of these things and I don't. Hold on 1 second. Zoe, Ariel. Coming. Close my door. And don't pull any toys out of your room. Y'all need to have the books and that's it. All right. Thank you.
You said she heard none of the last part, right?
I know. I just had to say it. So
and if she did,
when they ignore me, I could fuss like real good, like I'm gearing up for it. I'm starting to enjoy it. I mean, like, oh, I sure hope she don't self-correct because I need to fuss. I just be watching.
Okay, so let me just go back. Rewind. I told you my brain can't keep up. You know this. Okay. So you do all these creative things, and we were doing a good job, and the pandemic hit. And were you stuck in the house with Zoe?
Yes. Sorry, this is a podcast. I cannot nod silently. Yes. I was.
We see you.
Yeah, true.
Hey, you just don't say the N word. Do you understand?
Oh, seriously? Okay.
No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I was like, for real? Wait,
we niggas. We can say niggas.
I was like, girl, what kind of deal you got?
None. I have no deals. And if I was on CBS, I would be like, CBS.
You would be Janet. You could say that, and you would be Janet.
Do you see me?
No. Yes, I was. I was in the house with her every day because, I pulled her out of daycare. She was in daycare. She started a couple of days a week. I was just doing it for social because I had my mom. I was very blessed, wasn't paying nothing. She halfway didn't even want to give Zoe back to me every day. So like I had it really good. But then I also realized my child is going to be a complete asshole if I don't put her around other kids because she thinks every toy is for her. Like, because she never saw anybody else with the toy. She's the only child with toys. So you go in public, somebody has the same toy as her. She like charging at little kids, like for real. Because she's like, how did he get my doll? I don't understand. and I point to that it's in your hand. Yeah, I don't understand how he also has my doll and I also have my doll. I'm like, oh my God, I need to put her in something. So she was doing great, learning how to share. The first COVID, or at that time they were saying Corona, I think, the coronavirus or whatever, it popped up. There was like a case in Jefferson Parish. It was like 2 teachers at Ariat. Like they kept reporting because that was the only one. Like Orleans, I don't think had even had one, or like maybe one. And they lived in a neighborhood where her teacher stays. And you know me, I'm like, we've trained for this.
You had trained for that? Is that what
we
you
have
trained
anxiety?
for?
You train for things that can't even geographically happen, but it's like, but what if we in end times? I'll be ready for everything. I was like, worldwide pandemic, we gonna kick in a high gear. I snatched her out that daycare, and the teacher was like, is there something wrong? Like, did we do? I said, woman, the person who is confirmed with the case live in your neighborhood, and she didn't even know. And I was like, so irresponsible. Yanked her out. Give her my check back. Give her my check back. We only used 1 day of the cycle. Thank you. Was at home with her before the world, like before March 13th. I think like by March 13th, everybody, at least schools I know closed. This was mid-February. I was like, nope.
Damn.
Or like, yeah. Pulled her out, and that was 2020. Zoe was with me the whole time because at that time, like we really didn't know anything. Like, we were like spraying our groceries down, like just unnecessary. When I think of all of the products that I just wasted, like I didn't have to do that. And so it was time for her to start. Like she should have started school, or it was my intention to put her in school fall 2020. Baby, I'm in a meeting. Y'all can't come in here. I'm recording. Please go.
I'm gonna eat y'all. I'm gonna eat every last one of y'all.
Okay, did you hear what she said? She said that she's gonna eat y'all.
I will eat you.
Line one. That's Cheryl's kids. They're gonna be like, mommy, this lady said. She was like, which comedian friend were you talking to?
The comedian friend that tells the kids she teaches at the school that she's going to eat them if they don't behave.
I used to bark at kids. That's all right. Like I used to get on my paper and bark at them. But it worked though. It was a good little transitional thing. Like a project dog. It wasn't like an arf arf. I would bark and they would just stop, and I wouldn't explain it. I wouldn't connect it to any content. I would just keep on teaching. Yeah.
I'm gonna use that. Thank you.
It was very, very effective. No, but anyway, so I wanted to send her to school because I wanted her to have the social skills, and I was tired of her. But also, I was just like, I don't know what's going on, and I was just scared. Plus, low key was like, you literally have the certification that she needs you to have. What you look like sending her to school, like parents that don't have a choice. Like I know a lot of parents that didn't want to send their children to school, but they didn't have a choice. I'm sitting up here. You work from home and you possibly risking something happening to your child. So that little mom guilt kind of came. Mom guilt, and I legitimately was concerned for her health sometimes. So I kept her, and it was a lot. And it was hard. And like, I'm sure like it was hard for everybody, but I put on weight and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, what do you think could have helped? Especially like, I feel like a lot of the weight of it all fell on moms. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it fell on us. What could have helped us? Like all like moms in general, what could have helped us not have to shoulder all the burden? Most of it anyway.
Are we talking like plausible things or just
both?
Stupid. Okay. Plausibly, like just an acknowledgement from the world, from society that, hey, guess what's about to double and triple and quadruple for women because they already were. Like as progressive as most of my pretty much my entire circle is, and I'm sure like their circles are, and just kind of the world in general tends to skew, at least in popular culture, progressive. There is still, it's so crazy how with certain things, we all, myself included, will revert back to things where it's like, if you were truly, like if you really about what you say, you wouldn't just accept this. Like, even though I feel like I'm very blessed that I have a man that's like, he's not like one of those men that's like, oh my God, you home late. Like we start, like they literally don't know what to do. Don't have that at all. As a matter of fact, he does the majority of the cooking because he loves it. He enjoys it. He thinks about it all the time. And I know that I'm lucky and I take advantage of it like I should. Like, well, let me go do what I can. Let me clean because I just be kind of like trying to clean up because that's what he don't do. But instead of me being like comfortable with that, I will still feel kind of like guilty. So I think it quadrupled on us, but I also think that I didn't speak up about it enough. Like there were think pieces written about it, and I think we all recognized ourselves. But I feel like we all also just kind of like, well, like either it's like we don't really have time to. I said, don't come in here. Ask DJ to open it for you, please. Ooh, she hit her head hard. That was hard. She hit her head hard.
Tenderized.
But I feel like not enough of us like really just pushed back against it. Like I think we were mad about it. I'm sure like we bitched to husbands about it, but there's still an element of like, well, because you're also dealing with the thing that's causing it. So it's like you don't even have time to like try to be proactive, and like what would help is people just truly like say it with your chest. If the woman works outside the home and the man's a stay-at-home husband, then it's fine. People say it's fine, but after they make about 4 or 5 jokes and they're like, no, but real talk, that's cool. But it's really not, because it's like you have to acknowledge it. Like you felt like you had to be shady or slick or say something. And I feel like that just shows that we are still very much in the norms. Like the generation where shit will just truly be erased, they're still babies, or they're not here yet. They like not even a tickle in somebody's balls yet. Like it isn't here.
A tickle in the balls. Listen.
I just imagine that's what it feels like. I'm not doing.
This is my thing though. I was one of those people, I'm a very outspoken person. I was one of those people that was just like, we need assistance. You have people who have children who they never self-taught. Like I do it, but to a point. Like during the summer, yes, we're going to have some kind of schedule. You're going to get up, we're going to do some language arts. We're going to do, I taught them Swahili and Spanish, and then we planted a garden, and then that was science and math and all that.
It was amazing. I was like, man, I ain't doing shit. I got one child, I ain't doing nothing. I would get tired looking at your stuff. I'd be like, oh, that's so cute. Turn the TV up. Lord, bring me the remote. I have one child.
But that's tiresome within itself. And I think the thing is with women, especially women, we have this thing where if we see another woman doing something with their kids that we're not doing, we are somehow a failure for not doing that. You are a mother of one child and you are that child's sole entertainment. Meanwhile, I have 3 and I could be like, go in your room with your sisters, but I have to hope to God that they don't try to kill each other. But it's just like the weight was just so heavy, and it would get to a point where like nobody understood. We're the, our parents, our moms, like I talk to my mom and she'd be like, they're your children. What you gonna do? That's your kids. Like, and it's like, it's not just that. It's like, we can't take them anywhere. They couldn't go anywhere. I took them to City Park to go get beignets and had like murder scene tape all over it.
Yes. It's so, yeah. So like that. So that's my thoughts on it. But like what I feel like acknowledgement and then like backing it up with something, because I feel like there were people trying, like I got, as I'm sure that you did too, a lot of ads and Zoom links about like, sister circle, like just come and just whatever. But then at the same time, it's like, but I also don't feel like giving myself to the screen. Like, even though it's Zoom, it's not like I could just show up just however and like not talk or like just have my thing. I could, but there's still like some giving of myself that I have to do. And some of the things were there, but again, because we could not be in contact with each other, it's like, I'm not going around nobody that I don't know. And then obviously the pandemic, like the virus, like you had to be careful. Like I remember you reached out and we got together, a few of us at your house. And that was like, Yes, that's what I needed. But getting there, it was like I wanted to
Mhm.
like, oh yes, but I was like, because I am good for like, oh, that sounds yes, I'm gonna respond. Yes to this, I'm coming. Then when the day comes, it isn't even like a thing like, oh, I just want to be flaky. No, it's literally like, I gotta
That's
put
who I
something.
am as a person. You know how many comedy shows I have canceled on in my mind? Like I'm just like I don't want to do this. I can't. I don't want to. And then I like so I put clothes on. What y'all don't know is if we have a show and the call time is for 7:30, I am still asshole naked at 7 o'clock.
I believe you. I believe you. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just like, but I know when, because we're still in the middle of the pandemic, it isn't over. But at the beginning, when like we didn't really know anything, it was that added thing of also, is this worth risking my life for? Then like judging, like, why? Like, who is doing something? But your thing was like, we're going to be outside of such and such. And I think Lance was kind of like, go. Because he was
Mm-hmm.
probably kind of like, because I can't look at you no more. Like, because it's not like I was just existing at home. It was a whole lot of extra, just, he was relegated to working at home too. So maybe he was trying to also practice self care for himself by getting me out. Like, I'll
Mm-hmm.
even stay with this child. Please, just please leave for real,
And
please.
y'all did quarantine people.
Yeah.
Y'all was in quarantine people.
Yes.
Y'all, I don't know, like Google it. I don't know if it's on YouTube,
I
whatever.
think it is
But
quarantini people, y'all.
quarantine, please, y'all look that up, please. But so now that we're kind of getting past, we don't know what it is, da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, like emotionally, mentally?
Oh Lord. Honestly, I was just talking to Rochelle yesterday and I said, you can't ask me anymore, like, how have I been? You need to ask me how I'm doing right now. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's no exaggeration when I tell you that it's hourly, it
Mm-hmm.
changes by the hour. But I will say, it's been pretty much an average of like, I've been kind of leveled out and evened out. And I really believe that a lot of that is because Zoe is in school now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I kept her home. She was at that age, technically like you don't even really have to go to school, like plus like this is going on, in Louisiana, you ain't breaking the law until first grade. So you don't have to do the other one. So I kept her. This time I went on and sent her, and having her be gone, but also like knowing that she's, okay. All right, wait, hold, wait.